Hello, it's Jeremy O'Neill with Advisorfix, and I want to welcome you to another coaching video update brought to you by Advisorfix live from our shop here at Freedom Auto Repair in Hesperia, California. I hope things are going well for you. Look, we're at the end of April, getting ready to go flying into May and into the summer selling season. Got a couple updates for you today. I've got scissors. Scissors are here for a purpose. I'll show you that here in a second. Next, got some really awesome technical data to bring you, a real live case study on cooling systems and the importance of selling the system. Look, cooling systems are so neglected today. There's so much stuff going on inside these systems that it's your job as the trusted service advisor to make sure that your customers understand the importance of taking care of the entire system, not just changing a water pump or fixing the leak. You got to take care of the entire system. It's going to save your customers a ton of money and heartache in the long run. Also, it's going to save you and prevent comebacks. That's what we want. Okay, a couple housekeeping tips. Hey, we've got a couple seats left for our May 16th and 17th class coming up live here in Southern California, where I will be leading you on a 2-day journey to help you completely change and transform your sales career when you get back to the shop. Look, it's the perfect time of the year to take a break. Get ready for the summer selling season. The class is on May 16th and 17th. It's a Thursday, Friday. Fly in on Wednesday. Take the weekend to enjoy Southern California. You've got San Diego just about an hour and a half away. You got LA an hour away. So you've got plenty of things to do over the weekend. Fly back home on Sunday, charged up, ready to go, and ready to set new sales records. Here's what we're going to cover in the class. We're going over the 4 pillars of sales success for service advisors. Number 1, mastering lead conversion, analog with the telephone and digital with digital leads. We help you customize the scripts that you need to deal with those tough, pesky price shoppers. Then we move into creating your process of initial write-up, how to set your sale up and remove over 80% of the sales objections that customers typically give you in any sales presentation. After you have the initial write-up mastered, you've set the stage for your customer. We're going to deliver a 5-star experience. I'm going to show you how to master not only the old school verbal sales presentation, but then we'll show you live stuff out of our shop with live tickets that are happening that day on how do you master the digital sales process. And last but not least, well, there's 2 other things we cover. We have a lot of fun. We feed you really good as well. But we move into sales objections. What do you do when a customer says, don't want to do that? Just put the water pump on that thing. I'll teach you how to handle the toughest sales objections and make you a master of influence when you get back to the shop. Then last but not least, we wrap up with selling diagnostic services. Over 82% of the cars that come into Freedom Auto Repair begin with a diagnostic service procedure. So if you're fixing cars today and you're doing diagnostic testing, if you're not getting compensated properly, it can cost you profits and cost you money. So we've got to make sure we price it right and that you understand how to sell it. So we'll go through all that in 2 days. You get 2 wonderful days, over 18 hours of training, customized script. You're going to leave absolutely on fire, and I guarantee you, you'll finish May on a really high note, and you're going to set a brand new sales record going into June and be ready for the summer selling season. So join me, Southern California, instructor-led training by myself. It'd be great to hang out with you for a couple days. Okay, let's get into our material today. I had a truck come in. I had a truck that came in. That's a better way to say it. Had a truck that came into the shop, really good customer, with a water pump leak. So we go ahead and change the water pump in the thermostat, and I wasn't really involved in this ticket. To my dismay, technician failed to, well, let me not blame my technician. Yeah, technicians are hard to find today. I don't want him seeing this and get mad. So our team failed to execute on a perfect level. Now what you're gonna see is I'm gonna show you a picture of the inside of one of the heater hoses. So this car came back, and comebacks drive me nuts. I wanna pull my freaking hair out and just scream, I hate comebacks. What I want is the perfect repair. I want to fix it right the first time and guarantee the customer that we did the job right. I don't want my customers to have any issues after they leave. After all, they're paying us their hard-earned dollars to fix their car. We're the experts. We should fix that car right the first time. Come on, we're not practicing auto repair. We're doing it. Let's do it right. Okay, y'all with me? Awesome, high five. So here's the story on this truck. Customer leaves, 2 days later comes back and says, hey, my heater's not working. It worked fine before. Now, I've heard technicians all across the country say, well, it must have been that way because I didn't do anything to it. Well, understand this. When you mess with a system, you move things. When you remove that water pump or that thermostat, you have hoses that are attached to these things. These hoses are a critical pathway to carry the coolant to the components that need it, okay? What is happening in cooling systems today is literally atrocious. The manufacturers have stretched out cooling system intervals so far that the coolant inside the system literally becomes a a conductor of electricity, and it becomes literally like liquid sandpaper. The stuff starts to corrode and eat away at the metals and the plastics and the rubber and everything that's in that system. So if you don't have a properly serviced cooling system, it's going to cost you a lot of money in the long run. Now, we teach a concept about understanding the customer's vehicle timeline at write-up and matching our goals to their goals, making sure they do the right repairs at the right time based on their goals for the vehicle. So let me share with you what should have happened to prevent this comeback. What you're gonna see here is, and I'm gonna cut this cooling system hose open, and what you're gonna see is you're gonna see the corrosion that has come out of the hose when I set it down on the desk. It's absolutely just crazy. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna cut these hoses open and look at them, and I'm gonna show you how if a customer has over 100,000 miles on their vehicle and they're gonna keep it to 200 or 300,000, today may be the perfect day for them to invest in a cooling system repair. What that means to you, Mr. Customer, is we're gonna take care of your leak. We're gonna fix your leak by replacing your water pump. In addition to that, we're gonna do a complete cooling system fluid exchange and get all the corrosion out of there and make sure we have the right coolant pH level and the water balance as well. So you have the right freeze boil protection. In addition to that, the hoses have degraded. Hoses corrode from the inside out. We don't really know when they're going to fail. We don't know when your hoses are going to fail. So as a preventive maintenance measure, it's in your best interest to go ahead and change all of the cooling system hoses today, along with a thermostat and a radiator cap and anything else that your technician identified on that system that may need to be replaced. And the reason for that is this. It's hard to tell when something's gonna fail from the inside out. We're gonna cut this hose open and look at the inside and show you why it's important to look at the system and take care of the system rather than just the one component that's leaking. So let's take a look at the inside of these hoses now. Okay, check this out. We got these hoses here. Now, here's what happened on this car. When my technician took the water pump off, he disturbed these hoses. Now, on the inside, this hose actually, when you squeeze it, it feels okay. Okay, but look what comes out of this thing when I tap it. I'm gonna have to call a cleaner to clean my desk. Those of you that know me know I don't ever clean anything. Look at all this stuff. Okay, this is why we need to start taking care of hoses. Now, obviously, you guys that work on General Motor vehicles probably already know what type of car this came off. It came off a Chevy Silverado. Let's open this up. I want you to see the inside of one of these hoses here. I am just going to cut this hose right here. Here we go. Roar. So you don't need to go to the gym if you work on cars every single day because you're using your muscles. All right, let's do a side section on here. Come on, scissors. I need some tougher. If you want to give me a gift, give me some, I should be using a razor blade for this. Send me some sharper scissors, that'll work. Okay, here we go. Now that we have this open, let's see what Pandora's box has for us. Look at all of this corrosion in here. Now, what I'm gonna do for you is I'm going to take a picture of it. Oh, that's cool. Oh, this is awesome. Check this out. This is it. This is the holy grail of cooling systems. I'm gonna give you a super duper close up here. From the outside, this hose looks absolutely fine. You can't really tell that there's a problem with it. There is a problem lurking in here. Check this out. Look inside. Do you see the corrosion? Oh, what is that? Hold on. What is that? Do you see it? Oh, super close up. Look at that tear. The hose is coming apart from the inside. Look at that. It's down to the braids. This hose is going to fail. It's simply a matter. I didn't cut that, guys. That's like real. This hose is gonna fail. It's just a matter of time. Look at all the corrosion in here. Now, this is what's also interesting. Look at that. See the lengths I go to help you guys out? That's just one area on the inside of the hose. Look at all of this stuff here. This is all the corrosion that came out of that. Look at that. That's not gold. Well, maybe it is. That's gold for you guys right there. That's rust raining out of this cooling system. Pretty crazy stuff. Okay, so that's the close-up. Let me get back into studio mode and we'll wrap this up. Wow, that blew my mind. Checks, and I've known this since the 90s. Like back in the 90s, I'm an old guy, I get it. My kids remind me of that every single day. Back in the 90s, we used to change hoses a lot. Like at 100,000 miles, you were changing hoses. Then extended life coolant came in on the scene and things changed. Ford has coolant change intervals at 150,000 miles. and you really have no manufacturer's recommendation on when the cooling system hoses should be changed. Yes, you can talk to companies like Gates and Dayco and the hose manufacturers that basically tell you they should be changed at a certain interval, but there's really not an interval replacement for these hoses. Remember, hoses corrode from the inside out. It's hard to tell where the next weakest link is going to be. When you have a leak and you fix that cooling system, understand this, that system is going to rise to the proper pressure, and guess what's going to happen? It's going to go work on that next weak link, and it possibly could cost you a comeback and cost you your reputation. This customer, if the heater hose blows, which it's going to, I mean, it's really thin, I guarantee you he's going to feel like, dang it, I just had my truck over at Freedom Auto Repair. Those guys put a water pump on it. They did me wrong. They didn't take care of me. They didn't fix my car right the first time. So we want to take care of cooling systems. This is the importance of changing cooling system hoses. I hope by watching this video you understand that you can create additional profitable sales ethically by helping your customer understand how long they're going to keep the car. And if you're ever going to change the cooling system hoses, when is the right time for you to change those cooling system hoses? Hopefully it's towards the middle of your timeline, and we do preventative maintenance and prevent costly repairs. Worst thing could happen is you could be on a road trip on the way to Las Vegas, and the hose fails. That's not what we want to have happen. You're in a great place and a safe spot today in the safety of our shop to take care of these concerns while they're a maintenance concern before they become a repair concern. That's how you sell cooling system hoses. It's pretty easy, actually. This isn't necessarily rocket science. Oh, wait a second. Yes, it is. We're dealing with rolling supercomputers. The other thing I'm going to give you a personal tip on, save stuff like this. This hose is going to make our shop so much money, so many happy customers, so many 5-star reviews, because simply put, I can show them what happens on the inside of other cooling systems, and theirs could be just like this. And I guarantee you, the right type of customer is going to want you to fix it. All right, that's our lesson for today. Selling cooling systems from the inside out. If you want more information on this, you can go to Gates. Gates, I'll put the link up here on the video. Gates has some wonderful training on it. My really good friend Bobby Bassett over at Gates has done a great job helping bring down the technical side of the cooling system for service supervisors to understand the technical side of it. So if you want some technical training, head on over to Gates and get your learning on about the insides and outs of coolant, the different types of coolants, and how the stuff basically breaks down. If you need more information on our class coming up on May 16th and 17th, go to advisorfix.com, look at our course calendar. I hope to see you there. It'd be great to spend a couple days with you and really help you take your career to the next level. I hear a knock at the door. It's our customers. I've got to get back to work. So we've got cars fixed today, and I'm sure you do too. So get back to work, set your goals high, and go out there and achieve them. This is Jeremy with Advisorfix. Thank you so much for joining me today. I'll talk to you next time. Have a great day. every single day. Back in the 90s, we used to change hoses a lot. Like at 100,000 miles, you were changing hoses. Then extended life coolant came in on the scene and things changed. Ford has coolant change intervals at 150,000 miles, and you really have no manufacturer's recommendation on when the cooling system hoses should be changed. Yes, you can talk to companies like Gates and Dayco and the hose manufacturers that basically tell you they should be changed at a certain interval, but there's really not an interval replacement for these hoses. Remember, hoses corrode from the inside out. It's hard to tell where the next weakest link is going to be. When you have a leak and you fix that cooling system, understand this, that system is going to rise to the proper pressure, and guess what's going to happen? It's going to go work on that next weak link, and it possibly could cost you a comeback and cost you your reputation. This customer, if the heater hose blows, which it's going to, I mean, it's really thin, I guarantee you he's going to feel like, dang it, I just had my truck over at Freedom Auto Repair. Those guys put a water pump on it. They did me wrong. They didn't take care of me. They didn't fix my car right the first time. So we want to take care of cooling systems. This is the importance of changing cooling system hoses. I hope by watching this video you understand that you can create additional profitable sales ethically by helping your customer understand how long they're going to keep the car. And if you're ever going to change the cooling system hoses, when is the right time for you to change those cooling system hoses? Hopefully it's towards the middle of your timeline, and we do preventative maintenance and prevent costly repairs. Worst thing could happen is you could be on a road trip on the way to Las Vegas, and the hose fails. That's not what we want to have happen. You're in a great place and a safe spot today in the safety of our shop to take care of these concerns.